How's it going, guys? Rhino here, and welcome to an important video that I've wanted to bring you guys for a while, but I was hesitant to bring it to you guys because I've been kind of talking about this issue a lot, and to a lot of people it's getting kind of annoying. But essentially I'm wanting this video to be a catch-all video that puts the matter to rest, puts it to bed, so we just ignore it, well, not ignore it, but just put it down. We're done with it. We can focus on other more important things, and this way we have the video present so that if during one of the streams or if on Discord or something someone decides to troll despite being clearly debunked, they can just simply be linked to this video by the moderator to really put the matter to bed for them as well. And we're hoping that this will reduce the amount of discussion about it during streams. Essentially, once this video is up, I'm simply going to have it be a command to call to watch this video, and anytime someone decides to troll, instead of responding to them or answering their questions, I'll just link them to this video. So this is supposed to be a catch-all video that should hopefully answer any questions people have, if they're legitimate questions, as long as you're not accusing, and debunk any of the terrible arguments put forward that accuse me of view botting. The reason why I've been doing this is actually I've had a couple people recently who haven't been in my stream for months come back during a conversation I'm having with a troll, and they'll be like, wow, I've been gone for a few months and you're still talking about this. And it sucks, but that's kind of what you have to do when you deal with trolls like this. I want to make sure that as few people buy into the bullshit as possible, and so I respond to it so that everyone can hear the correct response, the rebuttal to what's being said, instead of just hearing one side or the other, and this video will be that rebuttal. I apologize that this video will most likely be very long. I will ramble a little bit, but I have kind of a set, not script, but a set guideline of how I want to discuss this, and so yeah. But I do want to start off by explaining how this all started. It all started back when my channel originally started growing at a very quick rate. I had some of the smaller but still decent sized streamers in the Rainbow Six community try attacking me and calling me a botter because I was doing better than them. That was literally some of their arguments, was I had more viewers than them, but I hadn't been streaming as long, so I was view botting. And that's when it really started, and it just kind of trickled from there. Then when I started dominating and getting a lot of viewers, and a lot of times being the top in the category, then the streamers who normally would be at the top or close to the top would get into it, and they would all start attacking me, trying to bring my channel down because they didn't like that I was at the top. They don't like that someone who isn't a part of their group is dominating their community or dominating that type of video. And so they just send people over to try to bring me down, either try to get my viewers to leave, which is the most likely reason or most likely motive, because they know I'm not actually view botting. Quite clearly, that's been proven a lot. And so Twitch isn't going to ban me. And so the only thing they can do is try to convince my viewers, the people, you guys who make my channel what it is, to leave my channel. That's the entire purpose of this. And it's just kind of escalated from there, where they've called me out and they keep doing it during their streams, trying to bring me down. And that's just how it started. That's where it is. I personally make sure to say, I myself do not name drop. I do not ever stoop to their level. I focus on my stream, my viewers, my fans, my subscribers, you guys, the awesome people, and nothing else. I don't care about their streams. I don't care about what's happening. I don't care what they say individually. I will never send people over to other channels. I will never name drop. In fact, I actually time people out, and if I need to, ban people for name dropping the streamers or individual people who do this during my streams. I don't stoop to their level. I focus on myself, just like all these other streamers should be, and maybe I wouldn't be as much competition to them if they were actually just focused on their own streams, but you never know. So essentially how this video is going to be laid out is I'm going to be taking it argument by argument to debunk the majority of the arguments that I hear. There are a lot of very weak arguments that I've heard, like, for example, someone said anybody can get a sub button, even people who aren't affiliate or partnered. And that was just a terrible argument because everyone knows you have to be an affiliate or partner at this current time to get a sub button, as well as other ones where people say, you know, if you have over 1,000 viewers, so you're view botting. Other such weak arguments that don't need to be debunked. But I'm going to go through the ones that do need to be debunked, or have already been debunked, but I want to have them centralized. And they're the main arguments that are made against me. If any argument is missed, and I know there will be some, I'm happy to answer any questions down below. Be sure that they're questions and not accusations. Any accusations will be treated as trolls because, you know, you're ignoring an entire video debunking you just to make a weak argument. but I'm happy to explain anything further in the comments as long as you show me that you're not here to troll, but that you're actually here to learn and have a conversation about the issue. So the first argument, and these aren't in any really particular order, these are just kind of when they popped into my head, I wrote them down. The first comment I hear a lot is some variation of, you have a slow chat for X amount of viewers, whatever, how many viewers I have that given night. Some people expect a certain amount of chat to be happening for that amount of viewers, and if it's not, then they accuse me of viewbotting. My answer to this is, in your opinion, I have a slow chat, but that's completely relative to every single streamer. I have seen streamers with less than 100 viewers that have some of the most active chats ever, where people are just constantly talking over and over and over. It's the same people, but it's like every single person who's there, 50 people are all just constantly talking, which creates for a super fast chat. I've seen channels up to 30K viewers who have had a slower chat than mine. One specific scenario was a channel called Ubisoft Esports, which was actually streaming in the category that I stream in, Rainbow Six Siege. And this is not name dropping because this is a verified source, and I'm not accusing this source of anything. But Ubisoft Esports, I believe, was the channel name, and they were streaming some sort of games. I'm not sure if it was Pro League or what it was, but they were streaming some Rainbow Six Siege. And this was after I'd finished streaming. I decided to just browse around and I saw this and I decided to check it out. And it was a Brazilian stream at the time. I don't know if it's always Brazilian because it's just Ubisoft Esports. Anyone can be in there. And there was 1,200 people watching, 1,200 people watching. This is a verified, partnered account that is supposedly completely official and legitimate, and it had 1,200 viewers. There was no sub-only mode, no follower-only mode, no slow mode or anything. And I was there for over 15 minutes and not a single person talked. Not a single person talked for 15 minutes. What's weird about that is that no one accused them of anything. And so it's just because every single chat is relative. Every single chat is different. My chat, well, now currently, is a more slow and chill chat and less active chat. And that's how I like it. That's how I like a nice chill chat that's easier for myself and the mods to manage. It's easier for me to interact with you guys. And it just creates for a better experience for everybody. But I actually used to have a way more active chat to where I needed at least 3 or more mods in the chat at a time in order to handle it, especially because there was a lot of people, spamming certain commands like bet, etc. But that changed when you guys started trolling, when these people started coming over in droves and attacking my channel. Why? Because whenever there's these people coming over to attack me in these waves, they take over my chat and they dominate it until we can get them all banned. And then what they do is they stick around and they look for people who talk afterwards, who seem like they're supporters of me, and they spam and harass the shit out of them, especially if they're a subscriber, donator, or a person who's cheered of some sort, or a moderator. And so people have learned over time that if you talk before, during, or after a trolling issue, then you're going to get harassed. And so people then eventually just stop talking overall. I've had multiple people message me on Discord or just on Twitch or something like that saying that they've been harassed and they're not going to be talking anymore in chat. Some people say they're not even going to be logged into their account anymore because when they log on, they get harassed. And to this, I simply say, you can disable your DMs so that only people you're friends with can DM you, and block and report anyone who does message you, because that's against the rules to harass people like that. But we used to have a faster chat, and you guys, the trolls who are most likely the ones watching this after it's originally posted, you guys are the reason why my chat slowed down. Luckily, it hasn't hurt my channel. My channel growth has been still great, and I want to thank all my amazing fans for that, because despite all the adversity we've faced, we're fighting through it, and we are proving that we belong here, and we're really working on making my dreams come true of being a full-time streamer. So that's awesome. The second argument is you are called out by input name streamer, or you are called out by everyone in the community. And this is important because I'm not called out by everyone in the community, not even all streamers and not all viewers. It's a specific subset of these big and some medium-sized streamers, their viewers, that especially the ones that go in between them, it's those ones who call me out. You also need to realize that these two arguments fall under two logical fallacies, argumentum ad populum and argument from authority, which both are huge signifiers that your argument is very weak, because you need to use a logical fallacy in order to make your argument true. It means that either you believe something because a lot of people believe it, which is a logical fallacy and proves that you're a sheep unable to think for yourself, or because you have this authority figure that you see like X streamer. If they say something, you're like, all right, they say it has to be true. Same thing goes. That's a logical fallacy and proves that you're unable to think for yourself. Both of these are very weak arguments and don't prove anything because these streamers and these people who are viewing have no authority in Twitch whatsoever. They can't see any analytics. They can't see anything important about the viewers or my stream or anything like that. They simply have a motive to get my channel down because of the competition, and they're doing anything they can to achieve that motive. The third argument is most or all of the accounts in the list are fake accounts that don't follow anyone. Now, this is not true. And you need to be careful using words like most or all because it makes your argument infinitely weaker. These accounts exist everywhere. There's some of these, I don't know what you'd call them, stock accounts or whatnot, that exist everywhere. One of the most popular ones that almost everyone's heard about is an account called Twitch Lightbot, which is a very suspicious looking account that is in so many channels. It's in basically any channel with over 500 viewers, and I've seen it in even channels with less. I've seen it in a lot of the streamers who call me out, their streams as well. And there's multiple accounts that are like this. I would just name them sock accounts, or I don't know exactly what they are. I don't know why they're there. Twitch doesn't know either. There's forums that are like question mark. I don't know what's going on. And these accounts exist. And these accounts even exist in the streams that are calling me out. It's just they fail to realize that the arguments need to be turned on themselves and they need to evaluate from their perspective as well, which they don't do. These accounts exist. There's not very many of them, especially in my stream, but they exist. It's not indicative of anything. It's not indicative of a view bot. It's just that they exist. They're on channels for whatever reason. I'm kind of surprised Twitch hasn't banned these accounts yet, especially Twitch Lightbot, because that's been around for a while. If you check out forums, you can see it. It's all over the internet, and it's been there for a while. It's been an issue for a while. So I don't know what's going on there exactly, but no, that's a weak argument, and it shows that you're just making assumptions, and when you make assumptions about something, it sets you up for failure. The next argument: holy crap, your viewers went from some high number to some low number, or vice versa. Obvious bot, right? Wrong. Just like YouTube, Twitch has a very flawed, well, a sometimes flawed view count system, follow count system, sub count, anything system. Their systems are not perfect, and they're not always able to count perfectly. I've seen a viewer glitch where views jump up and down, drop, like plummet rapidly, or shoot way up temporarily on a lot of different streams, and this happens across Twitch. This is an issue that happens to some streamers. Just because it doesn't happen to one specific streamer or a couple streamers that you watch doesn't mean it doesn't happen to any of them. Just like on YouTube, if you look at some YouTubers, they never have issues with their view count, especially now. YouTube's improved it, but it's still not great. But back, 2 years ago, they had serious issues with the view counts, especially when it had like 301 freezing points and stuff. These caused freezing points and caused the views to be lost or to be overcounted or undercounted and then adjusted later on. And this is essentially what Twitch is doing. They're adjusting it's either incorrectly counting or it's adjusting the count to the correct number. There's a lot of things that could be going on, but an inflation up or down in view count is not indicative of a view bot when you have a flawed system like this. It also should be mentioned that people can leave or join in groups. Some people say that my view count at 1,200 jumped up by 20 people at once, obvious view bot. Well, not necessarily. It could have just been a lot of people joining at once. When you get into a large number like 1,200, thank you very much, by the way, guys, for allowing me to get to that point, which is awesome. You can get a large amount of people joining at once because in percentage terms, 20% of the total view count isn't a lot, so you can have fluctuations in view count of a lot on Twitch, especially with the issues with the view counter. The next argument is you don't have a verified badge/partnership. Twitch knows you viewbot. Nope. You have to apply for a partnership, and I haven't done that. I have no interest in doing that because it wouldn't add anything to my channel. However, I will get more into this later when I completely and thoroughly debunk everything all at once. One of the weakest arguments given is you're not very good at the game and you're not entertaining or you're boring. No one would watch this, so obviously a viewbot. Well, good is quite a relative term. To some, I'm very good at the game. To others, I'm quite trash. And that's perfectly fine. My average skill level since I started the game is about low plat. I still have yet to hit plat 2, but I've consistently been the lowest plat, and that's above the average player on Rainbow Six Siege. So anyone below that could easily find my content entertaining if they're trying to learn how to play the game, learn tips and tricks of things that I do to maybe get to the plat level, especially if they're stuck in gold. Also, anyone above me could be watching me for laughs because I'm that bad, or to learn what not to do. Either way, people above or below my skill level can find that fun to watch. Also, it's entirely your opinion that I'm not entertaining. Clearly, at least 12 to 1500 or more people disagree with you. If you're going off my follower count, even more. And then I need to address something. So there's one that's an argument that's made that says, did you see the video made about you that completely exposes you? Yes, I saw this video, but let me preface this by saying, do not go find this video. Do not go searching for this video attacking me. It has incredibly weak arguments. It's very long, and it's overall terribly made. The guy had no clue what he was talking about nor what he was doing. It's a waste of time, and he made it to gain fame and money because he knows that this is a hot button topic in this community. He knows that if he makes a video talking about, especially calling me out or exposing me for view botting, that he'll get a lot of views and he'll get the attention of his favorite streamers. The video is essentially a weaker version of all the arguments I previously mentioned, so much so that even the people in the comments are attacking him, especially the ones who aren't even fans of mine, who are saying that it's not enough evidence. It's just a failed video overall. But I do want to respond to one of the comments that I saw brought up that is somewhat different but important and relevant to what's being said. So essentially what's being said is, the comment said, he got banned for viewbotting on YouTube. This is trying to prove that I'm sketchy, that I do these things, that I viewbot or subbot or do these other things on Twitch, or on YouTube, sorry. To set a precedent in your mind that, okay, well, if he viewbotted then he probably still viewbots now. It's something that's done in court cases, and it's an incredibly good tactic if what you say is true. Sadly, it's not. So essentially, I've had two issues with my accounts in the past. One, I had my main account, my 64,000 subscriber YouTube channel, terminated. Overnight, actually. And then I had a 26K YouTube channel where the monetization was disabled. Now, I'm going to go over each of these and why they're important and why it's not proof that I didn't viewbot, but rather proof of why it makes no sense, why his argument makes no sense. And I'll go into that. But let me mention that one of the top YouTubers nowadays, Markiplier, also had his monetization disabled. Does he viewbot? Probably not. It actually happened at a time where there was a lot of issues with YouTube's view count systems, which I'm going to get into here in a sec. And so you can get your monetization disabled for some of the most ridiculous shit ever. But essentially, I want to talk about the channel that was banned, my 64K YouTube channel. Why was it banned? Well, it was banned for community strikes. 3 community strikes that I actually know factually why I was banned. It was 3 community strikes that I got overnight for misleading titles, where I uploaded glitch videos. That was the majority of my older content on the channel. Some of my original content that really got my channel big was glitch videos, especially for Modern Warfare 2, some GTA and stuff like that, but mainly Modern Warfare 2. And what happened is apparently when a glitch you upload is patched, even if it's a year or two later like mine was, you still have to retroactively go back, check the glitch, make sure it's patched, and then put patched in the title or remove the video altogether. If you don't put patched in the title, even if it's an irrelevant video that's not getting any more views, you still can get hit with a misleading title claim. This is what happened to me on 3 strikes in a row. Overnight, my channel was gone the next morning. I know this is factually what happened, so I wasn't banned for viewbotting. Well, what about monetization disabled? Well, here you need to understand that there's 2 different types of views on YouTube. You need to understand how YouTube works. So I ran a YouTube network for multiple years. Other than that, I was involved with MCNs directly, and I even worked with some legal representatives who were well-versed in YouTube terms of service and copyright law and other such things so that they could help content creators. I dealt with all these issues. I know how the view system works, or at least worked back when I did this. I haven't been involved in networks for a couple of years now even, but I know how it works. And so there's 2 types of views. There's the view counter, the views that actually show up when you click on a video, and these have no correlation to monetization whatsoever. This is where viewbot shows up. If you viewbot a video, it inflates these views, but it doesn't affect anything else. The other type is monetized view, and this is where you can actually get your monetization disabled, which is what happened to me. This is not affected by a viewbot. A viewbot only affects the view count. A monetized view is when someone who watches your video with no ad block, watches the ad watches the ad, at least some is available to watch the ad and fits certain criteria that YouTube determines. When they watch your video, they become a monetized view. Abuse of this system in any sort of fashion, especially back then, which was incredibly flawed on how they recorded it, can lead to your monetization being disabled wrongly. And this happened to a lot of YouTubers, including myself and Markiplier, and is not evidence. If I viewbotted, you can get banned for that, but it would be on my view count, not on my monetization being disabled. So my channel was banned for community strikes related to misleading titles. Bullshit, I know, but that's okay. And then my monetization being disabled was, I don't know. They don't give you information on why your monetization is disabled, but a viewbot does not disable monetization. It simply affects the regular view counter, not your monetized view count. So now for the conclusive proof that I don't viewbot. And this is absolutely about as conclusive as you can get for proving the negative side of an argument. Let me first start off by saying that if this were a court case and these guys were to compile all their arguments and present them to a judge to see if the judge would take the case, the judge would laugh in their face and there would be no case taken because it's purely speculation. Speculation is the weakest form of evidence and allows for complete debunkings like this because every single argument so far has been pure speculation, not actual evidence. But with that being said, there is one ultimate authority in this situation, not an argument from authority, but an authority figure that can quite accurately decide the truth on the matter, or at least the most possible likelihood of the matter. And that's Twitch. Twitch cares a lot about viewbotting. I recommend, if you haven't, you can check out, there's a frequently asked questions page from Twitch on viewbotting. They have a whole page about it. You can report people specifically for viewbotting. They care a lot about viewbotting. They'll even say it. It's an issue that they have. It's also an issue that they ban for. If you viewbot, especially on a consistent basis and for a lot of viewers, you'll get banned. Especially so if you're mass flagged at the rate that I am by these trolls coming over in masses and reporting my stream for viewbotting. Twitch has checked out my channel. Twitch staff has been in my channel, and my channel still hasn't been banned. Moreover, there's actually even more conclusive proof. Twitch does something called traffic or viewer screening. And what this is essentially when there's incoming traffic to their website, especially they monitor stream by stream actually, but for the website as a whole. When there's incoming traffic, they monitor it. They look at it and see if there's anything suspicious about the traffic. Now, obviously, there's some interesting things, people using proxies and such. And so if someone has 1 or 2 or 5 people in their stream that is suspicious traffic, Twitch doesn't give a shit. They're not going to have an issue with that. But when you get into 100 or 200 or, as people are saying, 1,000 plus for my stream, then Twitch would see an issue. They'd see this mass amount of suspicious traffic. And I mean suspicious traffic, not even a viewbot necessarily, just suspicious traffic. And if you have this amount, any amount of suspicious traffic on your channel, then you get blacklisted for partnership and affiliate. Any upgrade to your account is therefore blacklisted. So you cannot get a sub button, you cannot get a cheer thing, you cannot get revenue sharing for purchases, you can't get ad revenue, anything like that. It makes it so you're not able to get these. So Twitch actively checks for this. If there was any suspicious traffic, especially at the rate that people are saying there is, Twitch would have never given me a sub button. Long time ago, they would have never given me a sub button. And right now, they would take it away. They're currently monitoring my channel for it. They're monitoring everybody's channels for it. My sub button would be gone. I have a sub button. They don't give sub buttons to people who viewbot. This is a fact of reality. This is how Twitch works. There is no argument against it. There is the argument made that's, oh, it's an affiliate sub button. Well, you see, here's the thing. Anyone can get an affiliate sub button. That's actually true, but not quite. If you viewbot, you can't get an affiliate sub button. They do still monitor for that, and they still blacklist you prior to getting the sub button. And if you get reported, or if they see suspicious traffic after you get the sub button, they'll take it away. My stream has been mass reported. I've had Twitch staff in my stream multiple times. They've been to my channel, and guess what? They didn't take away my sub button. They didn't ban me. Nothing. Twitch has ran analytics on my channel. They can see all the traffic on my channel, everything going on my channel at any given time, including followers and anything like that, and they don't think anything is suspicious. To most, that's evidence enough, and that should be. You can't prove a negative. I can't prove that I don't viewbot, but this is about as conclusive as you can get for the negative side of proving an argument. This is the end of the matter on the stream. I'm honestly tired of debunking the same weak arguments, and people are tired of hearing it. If you wish, personally, to continue believing that I viewbot, go right ahead. I really don't care. You just have absolutely no reason to mention it during my stream, attack my viewers, attack myself, attack my mods, or anything like that, because all you need to do is go to my stream, click the report button, and report me for viewbotting. If I actually viewbot, I'll get my sub button removed, and I'll get banned. But I don't. And usually that's why people go on and do further things, is because they're not confident enough in their arguments. And so they essentially become a vigilante to try to really get things going, and they know that Twitch isn't going to listen, so they take it into their own hands. But yeah, I will be banned if I ever participate in anything related to viewbotting in any way, or I'll at least have my sub button taken away. But neither of those things will happen because I don't get involved in that stuff. It's kind of funny. I know this video is very long and I apologize, but I've talked to some of my friends in real life about this situation who know that I do YouTube, who know that I stream on Twitch and stuff like that. And when I told them that people accuse me of viewbotting, they just laughed because they know me personally. If you know me for more than 5 minutes, you would know that that's not who I am. I'm not the type of person to viewbot. I follow the law. I follow rules as closely as I can. I'm not someone who does things illegitimately. I do things the fair way, and I work hard. I love what I do, and I want to become a full-time streamer. I'm not going to cheat. I want to earn it the right way, and that's what I'm doing. But sadly, people don't believe that. So that's about it for this video, guys. Thank you for watching. I apologize for talking about this issue so much, but we're done. This is it. After this video, no more. We're not going to be talking about it on stream or anything like that. This will be the end of it. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to comment, rate, and subscribe, and have a good day. Peace.